About 7 years back, I was in my office and Monday morning is hectic and one person comes. One young man, about 30, 35 years old man comes with another old person who around 70. He says, Madam, I saw this fellow on the bus stop, he was crying. He had a plastic bag in his hand. This old man had a plastic bag in his hand. And he tells that you, Infosys Foundation, people help others, and I read about that in the paper. And here the old man crying on the bus stop, I brought him. Then, do you have any old age home? I said, yes, we do have. And how do you know him? He said, I don't know him. I just met him and I brought him. And he left him. And I said, yes, we have old age home. Maybe I will talk to him and maybe if it's needed, we'll put him in the old age home. Because he didn't have anybody. And I talked to the old man and I asked him, do you have anybody? You have any children? He said, he did not talk. He said, no. First he said, no. And he started crying. Do you have any money? He said, no, I don't have. Then I felt bad. He's 70 years old. Best is that okay, let's put him in an old age home and we'll pay for it. It doesn't matter. Not that we'll do it for everybody, but in case it's really bad, we do that once in a while. I said, okay, I sent him with my assistant, I sent him to an old age home, which I know. Then you keep this fellow until, he was not feeling well, until he's all right. Later we'll see what can be done. And this young man left. After 6 months or 7 months, I get a call from the old age home. Every month I used to send some money. It's not a big one, maybe 2,000 rupees. By how much? It was $50 maybe. The person whom you have sent is not well. He's on a deathbed. Will you come? Immediately I went. Because in India, when you are alive, people may help or may not help. But when you die, it's very important how he should be cremated. Suppose he is cremated in his own religion, it's good. Otherwise, it will be a problem later. That was my main worry. I went there and doctor said, this fellow may not survive. He's really unwell. I said, no, whatever medicine will pay. Said, you may pay, but he's really not well. Then I asked him, that does he have anybody? Because when a person is dying, he will have a nephew, he will have a friend, he will have somebody. You are not born like that, and particularly in India, you won't die like that. At least your neighbor will be there, or your servant will be there, somebody will be there. He gave some telephone number, it was there below his bed, and we called up, and somebody came. And that one young man came, and then he went inside, and probably he was talking to the old man, and the old man died. Young man came and he started crying. I said, I looked at him, I said, I have seen you somewhere. He said, no, I have not met you. I said, normally I'm good. I'm normally good in remembering things. Maybe of late even I'm growing old with a silver line. I said, maybe, but I have seen you somewhere. Then he says, he didn't reply. He said, this old man had a plastic bag. Where is that bag? Then I said, I know you, I told him. How do you know that old man had a plastic bag? There's nothing, there was no information. How did you know? That means you know old man before when he came, because I knew that he had a plastic bag. I said, not only that, I won't even give that bag, but I will call police to know who are you, why did you come, why are you asking. You have to become tough also in philanthropy at times. Then he was scared. He said, I came to know that, then he told his story. This fellow who came was old man's son. And he never wanted to keep his father at home because there was a fight between his wife and the father. Now the best way to palm off the father is through Infosys Foundation. Here's the lady who helps people. Just tell her a story, make a story at that moment. I don't know him. And he brought his father and I put him in, at our expense, he was in the old age home. It doesn't matter what expense, $50 into 6 months or 7 months is $350, $400. It's not that. Look at the attitude. And now he comes because that old man had a passbook and which showed some amount of money. And look at that old man. He writes that nominee his son's name. He doesn't even write Infosys Foundation name because we have helped him. It's not that we want his money. We really don't want his money. I said, look at this man. His son doesn't pay his bills. Somebody else pays. When he's dying, he wants his son as a nominee. What a cruel world. I don't want that money. Then I told him, either you should have a culture when you say the man is old, we'll put him in an old age home, we'll pay for him. There's nothing wrong in that because old age home, you also get old people of their companionship. It's a nice way of spending old age time. Or keep your father like an Indian tradition and look after him until he dies and take his money. You are worst of the both worlds, I told him. You want money and you don't want to keep your father. And that time I was thinking, standing there, what is the meaning of human relationship between a son and a father? Or an institution and the receivers. What are these things? Is money that important? Is relationships are that important? Where are we going wrong? Or how we are taking advantage of the situation? There are many instances where I question where I am going wrong or what makes people to do these things. There are many good incidents, there are many bad incidents. But life has taught me one lesson. No word can tell that. I cannot write, my pen fails, I can't type on the computer, my words fall short of it. Tremendous joy, the joy which I never got when Infosys stock went up or when I made money or when I got all these awards, more than that.